Why, Marvel? Why? Just why? It's supposed to make my job easy, but never mind. Hello everyone and welcome back to the AustinTalks podcast, where today we are talking about the Morbius film that is coming this week. Hopefully. Yeah. So I'm thankful for that, because it's been postponed a lot, and yeah. Right. Just to clear something up, because you may be wondering, you're saying why Austin? Are you saying why Marvel? Why? Because I had already planned a podcast for after 2 weeks, because I said this is my last podcast for the next 2 weeks. I'll not be releasing one for the next 2 weeks. But I will all assured that on the 11th, I'll be back again. On the 11th of April, I'll be back again with the podcast. I'm just taking a 2-week break, and yeah. So all I wanted to say was, because I already had one planned for that day, and then we were released a trailer, because I know I've been doing actually quite a lot of breakdowns, because I did last week Moon Knight, and this podcast came as an idea during that podcast. I said, well, you'll have to wait till next week, and it was about Morbius. This was when I was talking about like vampires and all that. But then the next day they decided to release a trailer for Miss Marvel. I don't know whether I should do that closer to the time, or probably closer to the time. So it'll probably be either end of April or start of May. So yeah. Next week will still probably be the one I planned, but yeah. Just do expect the Miss Marvel one coming out soon, because that has been now out. So bear with you. Right, let's actually get into the podcast today. So we're talking about Morbius, that is coming out this week. A film that has been anticipated by many. So, and for me, I was really excited to see this, because there's going to be quite a lot of things happening and all that due to it. I think this is this looks a very good film. I'm going to go and see it, most definitely. It'll probably be like the Venom films. There'll be at least one scene that scares me, at least one. Yeah, and we've all got our 3 trailers, but if I had to pick my favourite, it would actually be a third one, because we got line from one of my favourite actors, Matt Smith, and he's the first person I'm going to be talking about this podcast, because I gotta say, his character, they've got quite a good character for him. Because he is such a scientist-type guy, Matt Smith. He played Doctor Who, and he was my favourite Doctor, and still is. Yeah, and names. It's the way... So he has, many names on the... in, all the premieres and trailers and all those, mini trailers, featurettes. He has, Milo, Loxius, and then Hunger. So he has 4 names. So Hunger, Loxius Crown, Loxian, and Milo. He's the best friend of Morbius, and I think this line has such a big impact with it's all our lives we have lived with death. Why shouldn't they know what it feels like for a change? Just accept who you are, the bad guy. Yeah, and it just gave me chills, because I know Matt Smith. I've been watching him for years now. So yeah, I really like his character. And yeah, I'd like to see where they go with his character, because I don't know if he's going to be the villain, because we had in Venom, we had Riot, and then the second one we had Carnage, obviously. This one, I can't tell if the villain's going to be the police or Hunger. I'm hoping it's Hunger, but with like a police twist in it. So yeah, and the trailer. If I'm doing like a trailer breakdown, the things you can take away is like the music, the things that are said, and the scenery, the flashing, say like the way Morbius moves around when he's and the movement of it. I think that is quite good. And if they actually bring that, it's like they bring that into the actual film, that will have an impact on not only the crowd, because if you're bringing things through slow motion, it's such a good way to think of a lot of stuff, and to think of a lot of stuff and see a lot more from the perspective of Morbius. And so far, from the first trailer that we had where he was crawling on the walls, and there was a purple thing falling off him, I think at the end we'll probably have like an OG suit with his like the vampire type thing to it, and I think that'd be good. That'd be very, very good. Just to bring an OG into this, and as I said, I'm gonna move slightly just a bit on, because I've just thought of this. I thought of this last week, and it came back to me once I mentioned it. So, as I was saying, who could be the villain in the Blade film? With all the multiversal cracks and all that stuff, with Eddie Brock from this universe and then Tobey Maguire from the other universe, all coming into one, and all from the what do you call it? All from like Spider-Man. And then we saw in every single trailer that Adrian Toomes making an appearance, or otherwise known as Vulture, the same one that we saw in Spider-Man Homecoming. So, if they are still doing crossovers from different universes, why couldn't Morbius be a good villain for either Spider-Man in one of the what's it called? Either one of the three films, or in the Blade film, because then you're still going back and forth between them, which is good, very, very good. Yeah, and one of my favorite things from both trailers is that, who the hell are you, man? I am Venom. No, just kidding, Dr. Michael Morbius at your service. It's really known. It's because some people at first was like, "Oh, is this based in the?" Oh, sorry, I'm skipping through. Never mind. I'll save that for later. But like the way he acts, like when he's crime fighting, especially in that scene, he's quite sarcastic. He's like a Deadpool type figure, minus all the language and all that. It's like, Dr. Michael Morbius at your service. Now I must go back to actually pulling you in. And yeah, there is quite a lot of difference between Venom, because this is more of because both of them are temporary. Venom's like outbringing, where like he has the black suit and all that. That is all temporary, and so is this vampire curse. It's all coming very what's the word? It's all very like, for him it's slightly, just for Morbius it's slightly different, because he doesn't know when it happens, and especially when he's on the floor and he's just like, how did I end up on this floor? Oh, must have turned into Morbius at some point. Yeah, and just the Venom is quite different, because he now controls it. It's not Venom, someone in his head. It's all this like random thing, if you know what I mean. And so yeah, and I just want to say, in all trailers, the music, as I said in my review for did I say that in my review for the the Batman film? I did not. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Right, the music for like Morbius is really good, because it's like do 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 do. And the song I believe is called "People Estranged." People estranged at the start. This is the second trailer, but the do 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 that applies to every single thing, and it just, especially the lines that complement the music. So like you save lives, you don't take them. That is really strong, especially with the music that is backing it. And I'll be honest, at first I was there like, I'm not too much of a fan of this film so far. I'm not too much of a fan, but like the more that we got, the more I was there like, oof, powerful. The music, like the first trailer, I was just there like, oh, okay, all right. But then when you see things like this trailer, you're like, oh, okay, never mind. I'll take that back. It does have, it has impacts on its own, which I think everything should. I think everything should have like music should have an impact, because then it complements the whole film, the scenes, the lines, because. Without music in a film is not really powerful, is it? It's not going to make an impression. At least that's what I think. People may have a different opinion. Tell if anyone comment if there's any film that you have seen that has no music. If you can name one, I'll shut up. I'll shut up. But. Now, going on to what I said about, like, you save lives, you don't take them. That was said by Simon Stroud, played by Tyrese Gibson, who plays in Fast and Furious, who I thought was hilarious, especially in the new film where he goes, I'm just gonna double check with people if I'm actually allowed to say that on podcasts. If I do, I probably will use it. But anyway, he's just like, Matt is in Fuego. Fuego is actually quite a hot place. But some people thought he said flames, Inferno or Flamo. And you're not wrong. The back of his car was. Anyway, great actor. But in this type of film, he is such a changed actor. And a lot of people change their attitude. Not attitude. Like, people change their ways of acting depending on what character part they have. With like Matt Smith playing Hunger, that's slightly different because it's just the level of story. Because he can play practically anything. But he has the same kind of attitude with the Doctor. He was just sarcastically funny and all this stuff. But yeah, and oh, wait a minute. Sorry, I completely forgot something. I apologize. Right. So, yeah. And Simon Stroud, I believe, was a police that was actually hunting Morbius when this first happened. So, literally, this whole thing is actually following the whole, storyline of the comics from when Morbius was first discovered. And, yeah, so, and I think with his partnership with his friend, I can't put my finger on what his name was. I've completely forgot what his name was, but yeah, it's like making like I think his character is going to be just really important to Michael Morbius. It's like, have you ever heard of this, like, story of my life? And then throughout this, he's trying to help Morbius by not taking him in, but trying to control it. Not so much as Jared Harris's character. I think he's being annoying. At first he's like, Morbius, I've known you since you were a child. Now I hate you because you're trying to kill people while being a vampire. Wait, mate, that's not my fault. Yet you have Simon Stroud be like, right, we need to control this. You save lives, you do not take them. And yeah. After this scene, after when he says that, you hear you could see he's like killed like a nurse person that's running down the halls. I know for a fact that's not the same scene, but I think it gets to a point where he's actually going to he's going to attempt to kill someone that he like really cares about, say his wife, or fiance, forgot her name. I do like her character though, she's very caring. Like, my husband can't control that he is a vampire, but still, I am here, suffering through hell, and yeah, she's still there. She is still there, and yeah. So I'm just saying, he will have an impact, like trying to help him with all of this stuff. And yeah, I just want to say the final trailer was the best, and the shots from all two of them, or both the second and third. The first one, we were like, who is Morbius? I had a general idea on who Morbius was, because I was just at first like, oh, it's a Marvel film. Who's Morbius again? Then I just double checked in my mind. I was just like, oh yeah, I remember him from like the 90s, because I used to watch Spider-Man the animated series. It was very old. It's very old now. I remember seeing a brief version of Morbius, and I always thought to myself, why was he like not in a lot of other stuff? And now I know. Look at him now. Like, people like Venom, I don't know why you can't exactly add him into like the MCU, but then again, I think with the all news reporter thing, I think that would be difficult. I think Tom Hardy would make a good engineer. I just thought to say that. Anyway, moving on. The vampire curse that Ease explains to Milo is like, you found a cure? I wouldn't say it's a cure. It's a curse. Because hunger's... going back to his line, it's like, all our lives we have lived with death. Why shouldn't death, sorry. All our lives we have lived with death. Why shouldn't they know what it feels like for a change? Right. I want to say that he's trying to spread this virus about. Reminds me of it reminds me of lizards, trying to turn the whole city into lizards. And when he's going, and I think at this point it's like, why shouldn't they know what it feels like for a change? And then he wants to give this vampire curse to the people that have his disease. That would be a good plot hole, because then he's trying to make other people feel what he's feeling, because no one really notices him. And being stuck in a hospital does get to a lot of people that doesn't it gets to people in different ways, because then you're shut out from the rest of the world. All you know is the people that assist you in the hospital and the people that are in your ward. So yeah, I guess I understand his whole struggle with wanting other people to know how he has felt for the last years. Him and Morbius. Morbius is like, hold up, I know I'm a living vampire, but that's not how we do things in this world. But yeah, this curse, I understand the desperity for Morbius, but I do think hunger is a bit more desperate than hunger. It's like, I'm not willing to give this to the rest of the world. I don't want this world being full of vampires. Be apocalyptic. And he's not wrong, it would be apocalyptic. But anyway, and yeah, just with this whole curse and how it happens, the disparity to actually find a cure, because he was on the brink of death. It's cool. The transition is like the line that goes, I went from dying to being more alive than ever. That's quite cool. And bearing in mind all this the person that played Joker, yes, the Joker from in the DCEU, like in the Suicide Squad films and the what other film, and the Birds of Prey. This is the same Joker. This is the same actor that played the Joker, which I didn't think was the greatest Joker. is now playing Morbius, and my God, so far, it's such a good. You wouldn't think that they were the same character, because a lot of other people. It's not just me. Some other people are like, this is the same actor. Hold the phone. These are the two same people. Exactly. The thing is that people do with the things that people could change into, like. It just amazes me what actors can do, and yeah. Anyway, and like when he goes, if you want to start running, do it now. The vampire just looks fuming, mate. He looks fuming. He's there like, hello, you're invading my cave. He's putting the hand up like, are you trying to tell me something? Boy, this is rude. Then he just goes and bites the heck out of him without realizing you turned me into a living vampire. Thank you. Yeah, right, okay. This is one of my favourite ones to talk about, because it links with No Way Home. If it links with No Way Home, then I'm happy. For those who don't know, Spider-Man No Way Home is now on Blu-ray. You can get it on online streaming services and on disc. Let's go. Don't worry, I don't need a disc, I don't need an iPlayer, because I already have a streaming software that I've used for over a year, and it is not disappointed. People say that they have to pay for it, and I'm like, what? Why? Why do you have to pay for it? Because I've used it and it's all free. Like I got to see Turning Red for free. I got to see. I still haven't. It's on there. The Adam Project's on there, but I haven't actually said anything about it. And yeah, and at the end of the video, I do want to say something, because through all the support that I've gotten from all of these for podcasts, I do think it's actually quite. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with doing it. So let's just see what everyone else thinks, shall we? Anyway, let's carry on. So what I was gonna say is the relationship with Spider-Man. Now you may be wondering, he's classified as a murderer for killing Mysterio. This takes place after. This takes place before Spider-Man Far From Home. Yep. I looked on a source. This actually takes place before Spider-Man No Way Home. So you may be wondering, oh, it's because he killed Mysterio. He's called a murderer. No, it can't be if it's taken place beforehand. Or is it in a different universe? Here I go. Right. Okay. So, there's a line that has gotten a lot of people thinking. So it turned me dark, raged, and I pushed boundaries I didn't think I would push. These were the words of Andrew Garfield. Yes, he has said this. It made him push the line, and yeah. But let's see. Right, this all kind of links, because this is all in the Sony universe, and the Sony Spider-Man is Andrew Garfield, hence why not a lot of people liked Andrew Garfield. But I gotta say, those films were a lot better than the Tobey Maguire films. Because I thought the Tobey Maguire films were awful, because MJ was an awful. Sorry about that. Anyway, so the relation with Spider-Man is he got so rage from the Gwen Stacy incident. So he was there like he was probably there like people would probably start calling him a murderer. Hence why the border was like a murderer type thing. And yeah, and I do think this scene is when he's in this orange jumpsuit. I do believe this is after when he's been interrogated by Simon Stroud, and this is when he actually goes onto the train, which I'll talk about into a little bit, because it's just a joke, but it is something I kind of want to talk about. But anyway, so I think that, like, because Andrew Garfield is now getting back into the persona of Spider-Man, so if you're bringing all this in full circle, the Spider-Man of the Sony universe that, like, Venom and have been oblivious to, been like, oh yeah, Andrew Garfield's our Spider-Man. Oh yes, sorry guys, completely forgot. We've mixed up with Carnage, Riot, and then Hunger. Sorry guys, we can't really keep on track. But yeah, I am boiling in this room. I really want to get up and do my AC. You know what? I'm gonna go and do that. I'm gonna go and actually do my AC because I'm kind of hot in this room. Right, bear with me, everyone. Wow, the things you can do with the click of a button. I think that's the first podcast I've actually removed from the setup that I recorded. Lol, that's funny. Anyway, so yeah, like, if you're bringing it full circle, Andrew Garfield is going back into the persona of Mr. What's his name? Mr. Spider-Man, and can easily take on not easily, like, take on Morbius and Venom. And the thing is, there is a Sinister Six film said to come out after Kraven the Hunter and all this Night Watch. I don't know what that's about though, but anyway, so after Kraven the Hunter and Night Watch, the Sinister Six film is supposed to come out. So if you bring it all full circle, these could all make a Spider-Man and a Sinister Six film, because then you're bringing all the villains from this universe into fighting Andrew Garfield, and this could be a film that is on his contract, which honestly I live for those films. Like No Way Home, when they postponed it, I was there like I had an R2-D2 moment. Anyway, so I think that's how it'll all work. If it isn't, I'll be devastated. Transformation. Alright, everyone, you gotta admit, this man's transformation is sick. Going from one very pale nope, that's not what I meant. Well, actually it is. Right, at first he went from a very, very pale dead person into another pale vampire, into a very colourful person that looks like he's actually in his 30s, which is probably how old Michael Morbius is. Maybe 40. All I can say is he's younger than my parents. I'm just joking. Oh, let's hope my parents don't hear that one. Oh, I will get a serious whoop. I call my dad old all the time. Me and my brother, literally, we just go back and forth like, how was the times of the dinosaurs? Did you see any? Did you meet any? Did you say into one of them? That'd be funny. Anyway, we're going off board. But yeah, so his transformation, he goes from, then again, like an actual average look of a person, not pale as a ghost, then back to a vampire. But the way he goes into a vampire, it's so good because he's like, who does it remind me of? Because I know Venom's is cool because he just like, hi boys, bam. But like, he's more of, what's his name? I want to say it's the guy from Newt from Maze Runner. His like transformation into a flare person. What are they called? What are they called? What? Huh? Who? What? When? Why? Why? Who? Right, I'm actually searching this up. This is triggering me because I watched this film not too long ago. Right, the flare. Maze Runner. What are they called? They look disgusting. I know that much. Yeah, they look terrifying too. Oh, the cranks. Cranks. That's what they're called. Cranks. He was gonna turn into a crank. And that transformation from like the pale averageness of a person into like a black veined person that's turning into a black-eyed flare man or a crank. So like that sort of transformation sort of applies because you can like those nails, those hands extending, the hands extending with little claws like Catwoman from Batman film, and then the hair kind of elongating, the growl he made. Damn that growl. He made that noise. He literally made that noise like. If you could see my face, you would know what I'm doing. The thing is, I do wave my hands up a lot when I'm doing this. So, yeah. Oh, fiddle sticks. Fizzle sticks. Right. Yeah. So it's like his whole transformation. I thought was it is quite good. And yeah, I do hope at the end of the film, or like during the final battle, you probably get like the OG suit. It'd be funny if he did a final battle in his orange jumpsuit. That would be funny. Like, hi guys, just broke out of jail and I heard you were being a pain, so didn't have time to change into my like OG suit, so don't mind the orange. Anyway, so yeah, I just thought that transformation needed to be said because it's like one of the best. It's better than Venom's, and I would put it past that. No. I've got to say, Carnage's transformation was sick. His transformation was, oh my god, it was amazing. Yeah, so I think Carnage wins it. Morbius a solid second place. Third, Venom, because he has no other one. I guess it's cool having something just leap from your back like, hello there. But, oh yeah! I must do a, what do you call it? Obi-Wan Kenobi one too. Oh. Dear. Why, Disney? Why? You have me doing a Morbius, you have me doing Miss Marvel, now Obi-Wan? What else do you want from me? All I'm doing is a review on Moon Knight. That's practically it. Oh, fizzle sticks. I may put out a review for Morbius, just not a podcast, if you know what I mean. I may put out a review if I actually go and see it this in the next week. If I see it this week, then I'll probably put a review out. If I see it after that point, then I will not do a review. I will not do a review until after my my first podcast back, which hopefully I'll have some new looks for you instead of just a flip-flopping. Never mind, I'm not gonna say that. I mean a new screen because I don't want to give anyone some hope. Anyway, right, let's move on. Right, his mentor. I said this earlier. At first, I thought his mentor. In like the first couple of ones, I was just like, oh, his mentor is really nice. He really cares about him. He's like a father to him. The second one, are you here to heal the world or destroy it? And now, how dare you, Morbius, do all this stuff? Like, at first, he's actually going through the 5 stages of I hate you, mate. It's like the 5 stages of like trying to destroy a friendship. Like, you're such a nice friend. Like, why am I such a big friend to you? If you have no reason, then I'm not gonna annoy you. Then I'm not gonna be your friend. And then the final reason, how could you do that? Yeah, and all that stuff. That end there, all that stuff. Jared Harris. In the beginning, this was like beginning of 2020. Yeah, no, that was a long time ago. Wow, this pandemic is, thank God it's coming to a close. Well, where I am, which is the UAE, I think it's actually quite coming to a close. So, anyway, so anyway, let's move swiftly off from that topic, because I know some things you can't talk about that on the podcast or on YouTube, so that's not good. That's mean. Anyway, so yes, Mentor's really going through like, I'm trying to help you, but why are you doing this? And then he probably explains what happened. Like, are you stupid? Why would you have a vampire eat your blood, or a vampire thing in your blood? Stupid. And it's really stupid. I found it really stupid when he actually cut his hand. I'm sure there's other ways for things that to actually happen. I think because then you have multiple bats like trying to eat your hand off. Like there's so many other ways you could have gone around that. That was like awful. So yeah. 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 Anyway, right. Moving on to a lot of people. I found this when I was looking over for this like checklist. Some people it's added this on. Some people are confused. Like you've been Dr. Michael Morbius. You've been missing for 2 months. What did you do yourself? Wish I knew. That I thought was actually quite good. So the 2-month theory, I think, due to the transformation scene that we got about a month ago, I think that he actually stayed in a facility with people not knowing, and then his wife came and said, right, I'll take care of him as soon, I'll stay with him to take care of him. And yeah, so obviously all this is still blowing over. Like, he's still not cured from this point on. Does not mean that it's already happened, because it's quite clear moments later that this has actually hit him with this whole that it's been done. His hand's been bitten by a bat, but then moments later on the ship, gunmen come in, and then he goes, excuse-moi, hi there, I need to kill this person that is in your place. And it's like, Michael, what happened? Because you can't see him. Then jumps out of nowhere, hello there, I'm going to eat you. I'm going to suck your blood. I'm going to kill every single one of you. Moments later, they're dead. He transforms back into a 6-pack type man. Just go Jared Leto. Yeah, and you can see that like his wife really does care. I don't think she actually realized what he's done to himself. What have I done? Let's figure out what I've done. I'm so stupid. That's what Morbius is like. How am I supposed to explain this to a wife that is trying to take care of me? Well, should say it moments later. Yeah, I had a bat just eat my hand. You're stupid. That's him. Anyway, so 2 months. So the 2-month theory, I think he's just been because the preference of the guy. I think that he's actually been on the ship for 2 months, and then that incident happened, and it got reported to like Tyrese Gibson or Simon Stroud, and yeah. And this actually brings me to the next bit. When he's saying, do you think this is linked with what happened in San Francisco? Now, clear this in mind. He has not actually been. He's not been anywhere else other than that boat. I think it's a boat, or it could be a plane. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a WD-40. Do you think this is linked with them? But no. I think that Hunger's done something quite similar to what he did. Even when he goes, I think I found a cure, and he explains it, he's just like, wait a minute, what I've done, that's exactly what I did. Oh my god! So, yeah, I think that's the whole thing that he's getting at there. So, I guess it's, I think, at this point, he's still got, if he's going to be one of the villains, like Hunger's going to be a person that does the incidents, I think that'd be cool. Because then you're linking both storylines between both of them. So, yeah. Right, time for a sip of water. 40 minutes in, I thought that'd be quite good. Yeah, so I think that link, so they both are doing something similar. I can just imagine, like, the mentor being there, like, what are my students doing? Did I teach them something wrong? Why? I can just imagine that going down like a lead balloon. That'd be funny. Yeah, and going back to the jumpsuit thing, because I was a bit jumping there. Oh, God. Really? One needs help. Okay. Oh, my days. Yes. So, the Avengers' potential relation in this, so going back to the, when he's in the orange suit. So, as I said, he's run from the police, gone past this, place that's got, has murder all over it with a pair of new clothes. With a pair of new clothes? Well, with new clothes. And then he's clearly been running. Oh, wait a minute. No, okay, I've got this mixed about. This could be mixed about. Right. I think what he's done this Avengers type reference where it's like, at first he starts with escaping from the police. And then he actually gets on the train where he finds out where he actually has his flight ability of leaping, and where he's keeping up with the actual air force that is being pushed against him, as shown when in the actual clip of the trailer where he's going against the train. So I don't think that little A on top of the train is actually... sorry about that. I don't think that A is actually a part of the like Avengers. I think it's just like the make of it, as I said earlier. Yeah, and a thing I wanted to say was the city skyline, and when he's like jumping off the building to go and leap. It reminded me of the Shazam thing where he jumps off the building, so Shazam, and then just zooms across the city flying. So, like, the city skyline, honestly, it looks awesome. And, yeah. Oh, wait, hold up. I've just realised what happens in San Francisco. I don't actually think that's actually Hunger in San Francisco. Because in San Francisco, obviously you have Venom, and this is the same universe. So I think actually it's Venom. But obviously, this takes place before Far From Home, and Let There Be Carnage takes place before. It takes place after, after Endgame and 2021 and 9 and all that. But no, I think this is during the Riot period, where Riot has just started, and so you think it's linked. No, there's a vampire guy here, so yeah. I don't think it's him. Anyway, Adrian, and going back to this relation with Spider-Man, and some people will be on TikTok or anywhere, no, this can't be possible. Think about it. Sony made this Spider-Man universe, and Sony made the Amazing Spider-Man. So why isn't it possible? It's because he is classified as a murderer, because he said he went all dark and raged from this point forward. So why can't they actually why can't they do this? If someone can explain why they can't do this, and he's accepted to films. I think the Sinister Six idea would be amazing. I think it would be amazing having him as the antagonist to the Sinister Six, and that the Sinister Six would probably include Venom, Kraven. Other than that, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure who would be in that, because you have Venom, Morbius, and Kraven. That's 3. You need 6. So, which of the other 3 you would have? If any of you know, do comment. I'm always free. I read a lot of comments, and I appreciate every single one that I get. So, anyone that you think of, I will take into consideration. And so the relation, just with the relation with Spider-Man, that is definitely possible. Sinister Six, very possible. And Kraven the oh yes, 4th. I've got number 4. Everyone, don't panic. I've got number 4 and 5. I'm so stupid. I forgot about these 2. Adrian Toomes and Chameleon, because Chameleon said to make an appearance in Kraven the Hunter. Give me a excuse me, I apologize. Anyway, so I think that because Chameleon said to make an appearance in Kraven the Hunter, and if Adrian Toomes is making a making an appearance in this film, and on the villain side, Adrian Toomes is more of a mentor to Morbius after this thing is all taking place, because he's there like, Adrian Toomes, you've got a visitor. Oh, it's you again. I'm guessing you would like to know what is going on. Well, this is all going on. Would you like some help in how to be a villain? Yeah. Right, here you go. But I do think at some point, if they do a battle, that Morbius will join the good side, and Venom, because they're not exactly bad guys. They're not bad guys. Kraven the Hunter, can you really turn him into a good guy? I mean, they did this with Venom, so they can. Morbius does seem more of an innocent person in this type place, so we'll see. Never judge a book by its cover. These whole abilities with Dr. Michael Morbius. I think you and I should stay in touch. I love Michael Keaton. I love Michael Keaton's character in literally anything. He never ruined Batman. He was great in Batman. I remember reading an interview on Graham Norton's show where George Clooney even said he's apologized for making Batman suck, which I thought was quite funny. He even knows his actions. Lol. Anyway, I think he's probably going to be a mentor to him, especially when he meets him probably after he's done a riot, and then he's gone back to being Morbius or Michael, and he's like, I did not do this. Yeah, Adrian Toomes knows he did this. He's like, you and I should stay in touch. So what's up, Doc? That was one of my favorite lines from the first time I heard it. That was comedy gold. What's up, Doc? What's up, Doc? I can never do a good impression of what's up, Doc? That's alright. I mean, no one can defeat a very good big bug, but what just happened with my brain? I think I just died. What happened? Where am I? Is this heaven? This is far from heaven. I'm recording a podcast. This is not what I would be doing in heaven. But hey, I'm doing the work of the people. Right, let's actually get back to the podcast before we literally dive into 15 different topics. So Adrian Toomes, not Adrian Toomes, the wife, who I'll find the name out shortly. The name, what she says that there's limits. There has to be. I'm gonna be honest, from what I've seen in the trailer, I don't think this man has limits. He can dodge bullets. He can run faster than... No, he's not faster than the Flash. He has echolocation. What doesn't this man have? I realize I'm on, air. There's some things You just can't say, oh no, I've just realised something. Or what I said earlier with parents being old, especially my dad, and he's literally about to edit he's about to listen to the podcast because he was interested in Morbius, and so was his friend. I could be in trouble. Oh no, this is bad news. Inter not good. Anyway, so with this whole, I do mental wise, I do think that at first, before this whole happens and the crimes and incidents, all this happens, I do think that beforehand it's going to be the Jared Harris character, but then afterwards it's going to be Adrian Toomes. And you may be wondering, how does Adrian Toomes clock into this universe if it's a different one? That I seem to not be able to answer, because one of them had travelled, and I'm sorry guys, but I'm kind of leaning towards Adrian Toomes travelled through the multiverse, and he was there he was like one of the Venom people. He travelled through, and he was like, I can't go back. No. Unless at the end of the film he actually goes back to his original place and goes to meet Matt Gargan. And then there's officially going to be a Sinister Six film in the, in the MCU. Yay! Finally! Even if we did, what would we have? We would have we wouldn't have Mysterio. I don't know. I really do not know. Anyway, relation with Spider-Man we have covered. Simon Stroud, his partner. I remember seeing the actor, the actor played in something. I know that sounds stupid. A lot of actors play in a lot of things. No, there's some actors, they're like, who are they? At first, for Ben Schwartz for Sonic, I had no clue who he was. And now I do. Speaking of, there's going to be a Sonic film this year. Yay! Why does it feel like 2020 all over again? I don't know why. Probably because it came out the same year. Anyway. So, I think this... the partnership when he brings the holy water, I thought that was funny. It's like, holy water, for real. The mechanic arm for Simon Stroud, I thought was a very good nod to him, and I think there's going to be a scene where after this flying thing where he probably transforms into his new and improved suit, he goes and fights hunger. Probably gets a phone call from his wife. Your mate from school is kind of being annoying. Could you come and help us? But please, you're kind of annoying us. You have your best friend mate from school is kind of wreaking havoc over the city, you know that. And and they say in this film that they are from Greece. I know what a Greece accent feels like. They sound nothing like it. Like, you can usually have a voiceover for some people, but no, in this case it's the complete opposite. Anyway, the accent, they do say they're American too, probably based in American, because I know someone that's from literally a country that I didn't know until I was mentioned it, and then I was told, and then when she told me, I was like, what? Because she doesn't sound it, and then she told me she lived in that country for 8 years. Explains so much, because especially if it's an English place, say you're from Russia, or Germany, and now that you're then you like move to England, all you're gonna know is English. It's the same with, say, you're from France and you move to Spain, all you're gonna know is Spain. If you've been there for a long period of time, I guess that's how it works. But and like they say, they were in Greece until they were like 17, and then they moved to America where they actually started their careers. Yeah, that's the whole story that I remember reading. But anyway, it could be completely different from where I'm sitting. And yeah, so the vampire curse. I just want to clear up. I don't think that's actually applied to hunger until he is discovered 2 months after his disappearance. So yeah, I do think I've slightly missed that in context. And yeah, I just want to talk about the city skyline. It looks so nice. It reminds me of Hong Kong. I think I was informed that it actually filmed in Hong Kong or in one like Tokyo or something, because the buildings look very good. I remember seeing a horizontal. It's the same color as the presumed Avengers logo on top of the train. It's the same type of red. I think that may be a hotel, because it reminds me of the leaf tower glow that we get when we're talking. So like when we go to a balcony on this mall, when you sit down and you look up, all you can see is the leaf tower, and that has like the similar epileptic glow. So yeah, and the 2 months disappearance. I think I want to say that he was on that boat, but I don't think you'd be on that boat for so long without. I mean, we've gathered that he's killed some people. We've gathered that, and yeah, it's just how much he hasn't grown. Because it's just at that moment where he actually gets reported by the people that are on there. Because this is where this whole like, people are strange when you're a stranger, when you're alone, and then he gets bitten to death. Well, no, not he gets bitten. His friends get bitten to death by. So yeah, but this all applies to. Like, I think this is, you see, think of it this way: this is the only time it's actually been reported, and so. Why would it only decide to happen now, and then his thing only, like his 6-packs and all that stuff, only coming at that point? See, obviously, it's clear this vampire curse is it's very progressive. So I can understand if hunger has got it when he went back. Like, I think I found the cure, because I actually feel fine for once. I don't need my crutches. Yeah, and he is a Nobel. For people that don't know, he is a Nobel Prize peace. Nobel Prize winner. He did win one. I always thought it was Nobel Peace Prize. He is a Nobel Peace of this world. But no, he's got. Yeah, he won a Nobel Peace Prize for. I still say it. I still say it to this day. He's still, but for all his research and him being a doctor, because you can see in these trailers, he's dying. He's dying being a doctor. Yet he's helping all of his patients that have his disease. He's like, "Hi guys, hi patient. I'm dying here, but I'm still your friend." Anyway, yeah, right. Well, that will be the end. As I was saying, I may be. I don't know if I'm ready to do a face reveal type thing, because I've had so much support from this channel, I started in February, the beginning of February 7th, and I've got so much support. I thought it was a joke, but it's really nice, and yeah, I've got positive, and I have not got a single like negative comment, because usually you have some comments that are negative and you just let them bypass. I've not got a single one. So I think I think at this point I'm going well. I don't think it's just I don't think it's going to be like my next podcast. I'm going to have a face reveal. I do think that I'm grasping along that path of soon being able to show my face on the internet, because obviously privacy is privacy in it. Like, you can't be forcing people to face reveal at times like these, but I've got so much positivity from this, from like the people that actually watch my videos. So thank you for the people that watch my videos and post very nice things about them. And the majority of especially the ones that I do about all details, news, breakdowns, and all that stuff. So yeah, and what was I going to say about the transformation? The transformation just into the suit. I don't think, sadly, they'll do a like new suitish type thing, like they do from the comics. I think they'll just do that at the end of the they'll do that at the end of the like say at the end of the film, like they did with No Way Home, with Spider-Man actually swinging across. So that was quite a long-winded one. Thank God. I'm probably gonna go see Morbius this week, and then I'll probably maybe upload a review. If I do go see it this week, then it will be a review closer to next week. Due to the clocks changing now on week, like from 3 hours in the UK, from 4 to 3 hours, I will now be uploading on a Sunday, no longer a Monday. So so that will slightly be changing. Just want to say all the changes, because there will be just a slight few, only to the timetable from the people that upload, because I know people do look at them from when they uploaded, but we'll say. So next week, well, the next time I upload, it will be on the Sunday, not the 11th. So it'll be on the 10th of April. Well, everyone, enjoy your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.